Welcome back to the Untouchaballs podcast. Caden and Evan here, bringing you another MLB episode. Got a big episode for you guys today. Evan, first off, though, how are we today?
I am doing tremendous, Caden. How about yourself?
Doing great. Doing great. We got a lot of stuff to talk about with baseball here today. Like I said, we're going to start off here with a lot of big prospects we've been seeing get called up recently. A lot of these top 100 prospects have been getting called up, making their debuts. Still waiting on one debut. And the big reason why we are doing this is because the A's are calling up their first round pick from just last year's draft, and Nick Kurtz, who has been just absolutely demolishing AAA.
I'm looking at it right now. It's a 1040 OPS, 321 batting average, 7 bombs, 24 RBIs, and 20 games. I mean, that guy, if there's anybody that deserves the call, it's him. Um, and finally, we got it. I can't wait to see what they do, like between him, Rooker, and Soderstrom, and like position wise. But yeah, this might be the most excited I've been for a prospect in a while.
I just saw that uh, the A's are planning with Nick Kurtz coming up to have Tyler Soderstrom. He's going to get some time in left field and DH. And then Brent Rooker will also be not just strictly a DH now, also playing some of the outfield to keep them all still there, sound of the lineup. But yeah, Nick Kurtz coming up is big for the A's. I do, like you said, I think it is big for this lineup to even add just another like Nick Kurtz to be a true power threat for this lineup. Just to add another one with Brent Rooker, Lawrence Butler. That now it's just where you're at a spring training, not spring training, but a triple or a minor league ballpark this year. The ball is flying a lot better than in the Coliseum ever did. So you're gonna obviously have an influx in offense comparatively to these other seasons for the Athletics. And now if you can get even more power potential into that lineup, the possibility for even more runs to be scored for this offense, I think it's great for the A's. As we've seen, their pitching hasn't been quite there yet to start the season. And just to keep adding to this lineup, I think is huge for this team.
I mean, you nailed it right there, Caden. Obviously they're in last place in a very tight division right now. 2 games behind, two games back from 500. But this is a team I don't think their expectations are to compete very much this year. Like you said, the pitching isn't there. Starting pitching. Let's be honest, starting pitching.
Yeah,
Still
starting
got
pitching.
Mason Miller back there, still
Yeah,
nasty. I don't think he's given up a run yet. Um, but this lineup, man, with Jacob Wilson and Kurtz alongside these other guys like Butler and obviously the breakout of Soderstrom, and then you said Rooker. Like that's a nasty six right there. That like I'd put up against like when you're talking future lineups, man. Like over the next 3, 4 years, like I don't think there's another team that's as talented as this team. When you're talking like young kids coming up. Um, I think Rooker's the only old one really there. He's what, 30 maybe?
yeah.
That's not even that old.
Actually, I think it might be like 32, but still, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So he's not that old. Um, but I can't wait, especially in this stadium too. The ball flies there, obviously. It'll be hey Rocker, even though he had a nice start last night or last start against the Angels. I think he had what, like 7 innings, 7 Ks or 8 Ks.
Yeah.
Before that, he was getting up some bombs, man. So we might a freaking Nick Kurtz bomb opening debut game, maybe. I like to see it.
That
I'm
could be
calling it. I'm actually
interesting.
calling it. I'm calling it. I'm calling a Nick Kurtz bomb Wednesday night against Kumar Rocker. So
Will
here's
that
your
or
first.
will that be his day, or is he debuting tonight?
He's not playing tonight. They said they're giving him the off day tonight.
Okay, so he is
So
debuting tomorrow. Okay, so
yeah,
against Rock. Hey, I'm with it. And Nick Kurtz bomb to start his career off Kumar, even though I really love Kumar, but he's been very iffy to start the season.
yeah,
Well, I like it. A little Nick Kurtz bomb start the career. Definitely see that coming on. I'm with it.
nice, awesome.
Now though, with your Sox, your beautiful, beautiful White Sox, they decided to call up one of their top 100 catching prospects Not Kyle Teal though. It was Edgar Cuero, who's now been called up. Seen a little bit of playing time now. Seen action, a little bit of run in 5 games. Hasn't looked too bad. Dwyer, what are your thoughts really though, as a White Sox fan, from what you've seen from Edgar Cuero so far?
Like I said, I think he's only had like 15 at bats or so. But I mean, knew he's gonna be coming up soon. Obviously, I think we got him in a trade with the Angels. That might have been the Giolito trade. Um, But he hit 16 bombs last year at 280 with an 829 OPS. This year, pretty similar stuff right there. I mean, I think he's had 856 OPS, 333 average, and 4 bombs. So, like, again, another guy that's definitely deserved a call, especially on this White Sox, the sorry White Sox team. Um, it's going to be interesting because obviously, like you said, Teal's right there. He has had a slow start to AAA this year, but he's starting to pick it up again. But I think like I could definitely see these two like probably like switching back and forth between catch and DH, maybe even a first base. I don't think Bond's going to be the answer there, so I can definitely see these guys probably like rotating. Um, but I like them. I like them. I mean, the White Sox need as much help as they can get, and we'll see. Maybe Cuero is a future guy for them.
Yeah, I mean, first off, Andrew Vaughn has been the answer at first base for a couple of years now.
Yeah, yeah, true.
But yeah, Edgar Cuero, like you're saying, Cal Teal with him struggling a little bit in AAA, it doesn't make sense to give the catcher who's actually performing better right now, give him the shot in the bigs where his competition for at bats right now is bust Corey Lee. So not much competition. So yeah,
Matt
you
Tice.
have two Matt Tice, baby. But yeah, you have two top 100 catching prospects in your organization with the White Sox. See what they can do. Give them run. Your roster is awful. Start giving these young guys some run. I like what they're doing there, calling up Cuero. Yeah, he's shown some stuff. Obviously, only 15 ABs so far, but two doubles, couple of hits. It's only two Ks like that. That I do like 15 at bats. It's only K twice. It's not as at least as of right now. That doesn't seem too
So small sample.
alarming or anything. I know small sample, but it's not like he showed up and looked helpless at the plate. He's showing he can at least compete against big league arms right now. And I think that's good for a White Sox team that just needs any kind of glimmer of hope they can get
They
to
need
look
bodies,
towards
man.
the
They need
future.
bodies. You know,
They need
they
bodies.
actually another guy they called up is the Chase Meadroff they got in the Garrett Crochet trade. I believe he just hit the IL though. He was all right. He 269 batting average, 226 at bats. I do like him as a guy, like big eye, like as he's one of those guys that's pretty close when it comes to the walkout strikeout ratios. Yeah, he had more walks. He had 105 walks and 71 strikeouts last year. That's insane. Um, Guy that they called up, I think he could be like a potential 15-15 guy, something like that for the Sox. He might be another franchise guy they just brought up right there. So White Sox making moves. I know Braden Montgomery's been raking right now, and I think Lowe, I don't know. Um, so I mean, yeah, Schultz has been shoving too. So go White Sox.
You know, I will. I'm never gonna choose to watch a White Sox game, but when Noah Schultz makes his debut, I'm definitely gonna be choosing to watch a White Sox game.
Against the Rockies.
That the new Randy Sale, Noah Schultz right there is disgusting. So that I mean, and that should come this year, hopefully.
You think so?
I do. I think we'll see at least at some point this year we'll see Noah Schultz get up.
You think they ever bring him up as a closer, like how they did with Sale when he first came up?
Oh, I actually haven't even thought about that.
That would be nuts if they did
I
that.
don't,
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
they would.
This seems
They're
so
so
bad.
bad.
You just need all like yeah, no,
Yeah.
just go start. Do what you need to do.
'Cause, like, what games are you gonna close? They're gonna be
Yeah.
losing. But that would be
Like
gross. I remember Chris Sale that happened with him. He's blowing like 100 out of the pen. That would be nice.
now we're gonna move to another though. kind of division rival of your Chicago White Sox. With the Minnesota Twins, they did call up one of their top prospects with second baseman Luke Keeschel, who's now basically like Edward Cuero, barely played only 12 at bats, but 4 for 12 to start his career. Looking not too shabby to start, at least.
Yeah, he had a double off Chris Sale um, against the Braves. It was Sunday, I believe. He's batting 3-0 tonight too, Tuesday the 22nd. But I mean, last year he was limited, I believe, because he got hurt. 303 average with a 903 OPS, 23 stolen bases and 15 bombs. Like out of a kid, out of a double A kid, okay, he plays in high end double A last year. That was between he played more games in double A. Like that's intriguing. Like I believe I don't know where he is. I know he's definitely top 60. I don't know if he's top 50 or not. In the top 100 prospects rankings, but um, I mean, he could be a legitimate like franchise piece. I mean, we talk about how much we like Twins, they just can't stay healthy. But this might be their future second baseman. I mean, he has 20/20 potential for sure. And then you're talking about a top 5, top 10 second baseman in the league if that's the case. Not crazy strikeouts, like he keeps it in check pretty good. Um, and like you said, good start to his career. I like him.
Yeah, no, that kind of that last point where you're saying is exactly what I was thinking when you were reading through those stats, where he was able to do that in the minors last year. That's like, yeah, if you he has 2020 potential as a second baseman, a position that definitely lacks in the power department throughout the league. So you can get someone like Luke Keegan who could possibly be a 2020 guy there. I think that is great for the team. Be kind of like you're saying that second baseman to the future, where if you're going 2020 at that spot, yeah, you're a easy top 10 second baseman, probably around that top five if you're able to produce at that level offensively there. So yeah, good start. I like what we're seeing. I do think he could be another one of these young guys that can really help produce for this Twins team that just really doesn't know what staying healthy is.
I know. It's such a shame too, because like we were so high on him too. Just with like obviously Walker Jenkins, Keishel, they have that Rodriguez kid that's on the brink too, another big prospect. And you talk about their pitching. Zabby Matthews is right there. He had his kind of shot last year, but he should have another shot this year. Festa, and then you talk about who's already up with Pablo Lopez, Joe Ryan, Bailey Ober, and then obviously Buxton. Whenever he's there, he's healthy, start hitting again. And then they look at that freaking Royce Lewis. He can't stay healthy either. But it's a shame, man, 'cause these Twins, I think they're gonna get themselves into a deep hole once again, and they're gonna have to just try and dig themselves out of it. And it might be too late by then.
Yeah, I do. They're definitely shooting themselves in the foot with all these injuries, just limiting an opportunity for what could be a very, very good and competitive team in this league. Just no one can stay healthy, no one can stay on the field. And yeah, Royce Lewis, always off. Buxton. Like they have all these pieces that if you get them together, can be an amazing team. But yeah, we're not seeing any of them actually stay healthy, and it's really hurting them. And yeah, they're digging themselves into an early hole, and some of these other Central teams are starting kind of nicely, like the Tigers. That's going to be even more for them to overcome throughout the season when people start actually coming back to health.
Yeah, I I can't agree more, kid. And it's looking like another rough Twins year. Sorry, Twins fans.
Now, there's one more prospect call that we do want to talk about. This isn't a top 100 prospect or anything like that. It was a Brewers prospect who came up, absolutely shoved, and got sent right back down the minors. And Dwyer doesn't understand why.
I Logan Henderson, man. Um, there's comps. Spencer Strider lit. Small guy, powering fastball. I mean, this year in the minors, the walks have been a little bit of an issue early on, but man, 14 innings, 24 Ks. You're like, holy crap, that's a monster right there. Came up, quality start, 9 Ks, gave up was it 3 hits, only one walk in his debut against the A's, against the hot A's lineup too. Don't get me wrong, with Soderstrom in there, obviously. Um, I mean. I mean, I get the whole service time thing, and he'll definitely be back up very soon. I don't think how can you hold that arm back? Um, but again, with the Brewers, there's so many pitchers that they have. Like, obviously, he went back because he has options. I think Chad Patrick's another guy that's up right now, but I don't think he has any more options. Um, but I mean, they have Tobias Myers coming back Thursday. Brian Woodruff, he can make his rehab starts. He should be back pretty soon too. Um, but Logan Henderson, very impressive stuff, and like we might be looking at another stud. Like, I mean, the Brewers have been known for a pitching lab, man, and they also brought up that other kid, that relief pitcher, Yoho, I believe. Um,
The GOAT got called up.
yeah, he got called up. He got called up. I think he pitched last night. Um,
He's the new Devin Williams. He's going to be one of the best closers in baseball.
yeah. So. Yeah, so I mean, the pitching lab's been coming alive. It's gonna come down to the bats again with the Brewers, um, which they're second right now in the division, which I think they had them win the division, correct?
I did.
So I mean, I like them. Durbin got called too. Love Caleb. The Durbinator's my man. I love Durbinator, but um,
Yeah, I
man,
mean, Henderson shoved in the start against the A's. This is a game where, sadly, I did have Athletics money line in it
I bet Henderson K's.
just for Henderson to absolutely shove and dominate. Like I thought he might get some Ks and stuff. Didn't think that actually he'd be like. I thought he'd give up some runs to an A's team that's been hitting very well for the most part. I'm like, so whatever. But now he pitched really well, gets well, like you said, service time manipulation stuff. We should see him back. But he's got that strikeout stuff that can really be useful for a Brewers team that just breeds year in, year out. Some very good starting pitching. And now you call up Craig Yoho, who's going to become one of the best relievers in all of baseball, probably by season's end. So
Dang,
they just know what the pitching
they,
is.
really, it was that high on him, huh?
He's disgusting, Dwyer.
Really, I haven't seen much of him. I can't lie. I want to see what he did last year because he pitched yesterday. I know he did. Yeah, he pitched an
Craig
inning. He
Yoho.
pitched an inning, gave up a bomb, or he gave up a run. Walked the
No,
extra.
Craig. It's okay. It's only one outing.
Yeah. Oh, panic! The world's ending. The world's ending. Uh, but God, yeah, I hate service time, man. It's so annoying. Like I get it, but it's annoying it exists.
Definitely. Now, though, get to our favorite time of the week. It's time for Dwyer's disappearing player.
Caden, where is this guy been? I think he's been missing a little bit since last year, a little bit. Like I think he was kind of falling off the grid a little bit. Um, Somewhere out west, well, south, I guess, in America. Where are you, Marcus Semien? Holy moly, this is a rough one, folks. Um, Sorry, I'm pulling up the stats right now. 141 average, one bomb on the year, a 401 OPS. Holy crap, Marcus Semien. Like I said last year, not a great year. And a 699 OPS. It's not great out of a guy you're paying a lot of money to. I mean, I mean, he's at that stage of his career. He's 34 years old, so like he's starting to get up there. His prime years are past him, but he should be this bad, man. I mean, God, Savant wise, obviously it's not nice. It's very rude. Um, Do you think this is the end of Marcus Semien? Because he is the Dwyer disciplining player of the week. He might be the disciplining
Oh,
player of the year.
because he's been very bad stuff. He's been worth negative point 0.4 WAR to start this season. And yeah, you look at it last year. Yes, last year was definitely a down year for Marcus Semien, coming off an incredible season in 2023, which saw him be a finalist for the MVP award. But even so, last year in that down year, he was still a 4 WAR player, still played every day. Yeah, OPS wasn't great. He was only a league average hitter, but he's so good with the glove defensively that it didn't seem like, like you said, we might be starting to see that offensive decline of Marcus Semien. Maybe we're not going to be seeing those 120
Hitter in
plus
baseball.
OPS plus seasons, like best 40 plus bomb seasons or whatever. That I think we're going to start seeing a little less offense, more to about a league average here. But I think the glove's going to stay that. Yeah, I do expect and believe that we will see Marcus Semien actually go up. Like these numbers have to improve for him. He's a much better ball player still offensively, even with that age. He should get around to back up to about a league average hitter with the glove finish the season. If I had to bet, he's going to still finish here with about 4 more.
Think so? Wow. Okay. I mean, luckily they're in first place right now. They haven't really needed them, but you're gonna need them as the time goes on. You're gonna be like, hey, you gotta step it up a
Yeah.
little bit. Corey Seager, he had a little slow of a start. He always is kind of slow during the spring, um, but he started picking it up. But Semien, you'd think he's got to start picking it up. Man. He's like, God, this is getting really bad. You know, like Mikey T, he's average hasn't been there. I think he's hitting like a buck 80 or something like that. But 8 bombs,
He's got the
unearned miss. I'll
balls.
take it.
Yeah.
Thank God for those. Thank God. Semien ain't doing that. So he's the disciplining player of the week right now. And God, man,
According to
he's good as
Dwyer,
Gary.
maybe the year.
He is legitimate. He might be. We'll have a player at the end of the year, and he might be a candidate. I'm not gonna lie. These other guys we've been talking about have been picking it up a little bit, and give him some time. But oh, it is almost the end of April.
Hey, it's like, wasn't Judge hitting like a buck 40 at the end of April last year?
Cade and I will take Aaron Judge. Oh, I
And then you,
trade for Aaron Judge.
then you
I will
traded
not
for him.
trade for Marcus Semien this year. I do. I don't want him. I don't want any shares of
You,
Marcus Semien.
you traded him for a pack of peanuts and got the AL MVP because the dude
I
got sick
traded
off of a
Corbin
slow
Carroll.
start.
I traded Corbin Carroll. So not a pack of peanuts. Corbin Carroll's been the man though this year. It wasn't last year.
Comparatively to Aaron Judge.
Hey, whatever. Like you said, he had a buck 40 last year, but yeah, I'm not doing that for. I'm not doing that for. If Semien gets dropped in our league, I'm not picking him up. I won't put a buck on him. I'm not confident in this guy at all. I think he's just old. I'm sorry, Marcus. I'm sorry. Maybe I just ruined our chances of ever getting Marcus Semien on the podcast, and I apologize to all you listeners out there.
Why are you so high on the Rangers that if you think Marcus Simeon's just a washed old man?
Because they got Wyatt Langford, they got Jacob DeGrom, they got Corey frickin' Seager. Corey Seager's only 30 years old. I thought he was like 32,
Yeah, I
33.
know.
But
Oh,
no,
it
he's
doesn't,
30.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Like, heck, Aldois Garcia just hit a walk-off bomb. I love the Rangers, but okay. I think Semien, I think he's bad. I like I think he can still be like an average second baseman, maybe a little below average. I don't think I think he can still belong in the
Okay.
league, but yeah, it's just I don't like him. Probably because the
Yeah,
White
I can
Sox had him and
tell.
got rid of him. The White Sox had him, got rid of him. God, I hate screw Semien. He stinks. He's a bum.
And then the A's had him, got rid of him. And then he went off with the Blue Jays and signed a big boy deal with the Rangers.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Big man got paid.
Big man got paid and then got a ring.
Yeah.
And now he needs to be good so they can lose in the World Series.
Who'd you have winning?
The team I had winning, and actually, Dwyer, the next team we're going to be talking about, as they have been on a very
Oh.
bad start to the year. More bad news that it's the Atlanta Braves, maybe not looking good, tied for last place in the NL East right now with the Nationals, sitting 6.5 games back of the Mets already, and we're in April. It's been a very bad start down in Atlanta.
Have I? So your World Series pick is right now lower in the standings than your last place pick in the entire league, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good
By,
for
hey, by
you.
one game. By one game.
It's early. It's early. No, yeah. I mean, as soon as like things you think start picking up for this team, like they start off brutal. I think they started picking up a little bit because they were really bad to start off. It was like 0-7 or something. They started off.
Yeah,
They
but
started
I
brutal
mean,
like that.
6-4 in their last 10.
Yeah. Um, you get Strider back, and he looked awesome, like
They
early
are
on.
2-11. They are 2-11 on the road to start the year. They've been
That's rough.
awful away from Truist to start the season.
I mean, and yeah, like you had Strider come back, he looked great for like an inning or two, and then started, fading off. But he's coming off the TJ. Give him some time. But like he looks back, like his fastball's back. Like I'm not worried
Yeah.
about him at all. And then he just gets hurt today or yesterday, freaking playing catch in the outfield. He just hit the
Light
IL.
catch.
Light catch in the outfield. Yeah, light. You could just say catch. Why light catch, bro? What does that mean? Like
They had
what?
to make it sound even worse. He was playing
Yeah.
light catch, and now he's going on the IL.
Oh, and I mean, and then like that happens, and then the whole Kelnick story with he doesn't hustle out to play, and then he's in the lineup the next day, and then now Acuna's on Twitter talking crap like, "Oh, you didn't do that to me." Like,
I would have been
dude,
benched.
this is turning into a dumpster fire in Atlanta. Like, do you think was it Snyder? Do you think he makes it out of this year with a
I
job?
do. I do. So I think the Braves are gonna start figuring it out, start being able to hit the ball like they should. Besides just, I mean, yeah, no one really in their offense is really going crazy to start this year. I think a
It was
lot of this
last
really
year
just,
though.
yeah. I mean, last year was also very injury riddled. This year hasn't been really that injury riddled, besides maybe Strider.
Same
But
guys.
yeah, the same guys, and it's just Acuna just hasn't came back yet. And you're relying on some not so guys in the outfield, but even your guys who should be your marquee players in this lineup, your Matt Olson, Austin Riley, uh, Michael Harris, Ozzy Albies, like none of them have been awesome to start the year, and I think that's holding them back. And then yeah, the starting pitching, obviously that was the big question with the Braves going into the season, and it's looked like it's a big flaw for them right now. They need to find a way to address starting pitching. They need their starting pitching. They find a way to make it a competent enough lineup, especially towards that back end, that makes it so it's a full cohesive kind of rotation. And yeah, saying if Snicker makes it out this season, I do. I do believe we will see Brian Snicker make it out the season because I do think we do see the Braves make the playoffs. Still, I don't know if I'm as high on them as I was. Actually, I'm not. I'm not as high as I was on them preseason, saying they're going to win the World Series. I still hope they do because that was my pick. But I don't know if they're really a World Series team right now. Like
Yeah.
definitely, my eyes are still a playoff team. That I just think they're going to figure it out, realize who they are, and we're going to start seeing the Braves start winning some games.
Yeah, that 93.5 ain't looking too pretty right now.
That one's not
That
looking
over.
great.
Yeah, like you said, the pitching man, like I think Strider going down might have been the worst possible thing that could have happened for his team, worse than the Kelnick situation. Um, Also another guy, I hate Michael Harris. Sorry, another guy I hate. Everybody loves
Oh,
this guy every year.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for no
Money
reason. The
Mike,
guy
baby.
stinks. He
Why
stinks.
you hate on Money Mike?
Money Mike stinks. Okay, th 3 years now. This guy's been supposed to be the next Acuna, and he just isn't. And God, dude, it annoys me. It angers me.
Who said he was the next Acuna?
Oh, you stoner, you guys love this guy. You
I
know,
never said he was the
this
next
guy's gonna be a
Acuna.
25, 25, 30, 30 guy. Stinks, dude. He stinks.
He does
Also,
not stink.
Rafael Iglesias stinks right now.
Reisel's been really bad, yeah.
So like, I don't, I don't like anything about this Braves pitching. You would hope that it gets better, but like you said, okay, like the hitters, yeah, not been great, but like Ozuna's been raking, Riley's been raking, Olson's starting to pick it up.
He
Albies is a
started
little
today.
bitter. You're gonna get Acuna back. That's gonna help. But the pitching, you need to be able to keep the ball in the ballpark,
Oh yeah.
And they got to make. I think they have to make a move or something, man. Because heck, Christian McKenzie just got DFA. Go try and get hit. You need something because like it's really scary right now. If I were a Braves fan, um, because you're really high. You think it's gonna get better? See, maybe I'm just a Debbie Downer, but I do think this is gonna be like. I mean, God, even like Snyder, Snicker, Snyder, whatever his name is, the manager. Um, like if they don't make the playoffs, you think they can get canned?
If they don't make the playoffs, that's interesting.
As a
'Cause he's been there for a while. Got them a ring though in 2021, and we do know a ring can give you a pretty good leash. Like I mean,
few years though.
Davey Martinez is still sitting there in Washington from 2019.
Yeah,
Like that
yeah,
was 6 years ago now.
true. But like
That
they
I
also
think
have a bad
even,
team.
but yeah, if they do miss the play, that's bad because this Braves team should definitely be a playoff team.
Yeah, I mean, God, it's gonna be tough, man. I mean, Mets have been great, and Soto's been sucking, and Lindor's trying to come up. I mean, Sutton's still like an 800 OPS player, so
Yeah.
use it, in context here. But the Phillies, man, like obviously the Marlins are gonna suck, but like, well, I shouldn't say obviously because they might be, my defense
Whoa,
gets
whoa,
good as good. But
whoa.
um, like at a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate like from like one being you're not worried at all to 10 being like it's the end of the world? Where are you at with the Braves?
The Braves, about a 4.
Okay, I would probably say about the same 4 or 5.
Like it's still only the first month of the season.
No,
Like, so
yeah,
we're only a month in,
that's
so I
true.
still got a little time to start figuring it out.
That's true. I like that's a good number. 4 or 5. I think that's a good number.
You know, like there's got to be a little bit because the starting pitching has been bad, but also it's like we're a month in, they can make moves, do something, make call some people up, try to figure some stuff out.
Who
Still,
else
like
do
there's
they have
still a
to
lot of
call
time
up?
for that.
I mean, AJ Smith-Shawver's a pitcher that he's been like great to start the year. Drake Baldwin's up. He's
Yeah,
made, but again, I don't have a lot of help coming up with the pitching right now. Like,
no, they
they really
don't.
have to make a move.
Or who's the pitcher they got out of Florida last year or 2 years ago? The right-handed pitcher out of I think it was Florida. First round
Uh,
pick, nasty starting pitcher.
TJ? Where's he at? I know they had that Owen Murphy kid, the pitcher they drafted like 3 years ago now. I think he's coming back this year from TJ.
Oh no, it was
From
Hurston
Butler.
Waldrop.
What happened to him?
Um, I actually don't know. Hurston, because he had a first round pick in 2023. Ooh,
Bad?
really bad start to the season.
You heard it here
Really
first.
bad. You ready to hear these good numbers? Yeah, actually, yeah, last year he was nice.
It's only been a
Yeah,
month, man.
in 17 and two-thirds innings, he's given up 21 hits, 13 runs, and 11 walks.
Oh, jeez. What part of ball? What was he in?
He's in AAA. They started him in AAA. He got up there last year. Actually, didn't do too bad. So maybe if he fears that I will see him get called up at some point. It's only been a couple starts, but
He's gonna need a couple more starts, I think, before he
he's gonna need a couple more starts. But that could be an option maybe in June, July, August.
I would be very scared being a Brit. Maybe it's like a 5 or a 6 on the panic scale.
No, I'm keeping my 4.
All right, man. Teach his own.
You got anything else for us today, Dwyer?
Um, talk briefly a little bit about. Let's talk about this NLS a little bit. Hot start from the Giants. Um, 15-8. They're right there. Bats have been looking good. Um, Padres have been playing great ball. Very shocking too. I don't think anyone kind of saw that coming. And the Dodgers, I just saw reclaim first place, um, which I guess isn't a shocker. But yeah, anything to say about the NLS?
Yeah, I mean the NL West has been good, and then there's the Rockies. So the top 4 teams in the NL West have all been playing good baseball throughout the year. The Giants are definitely, I think, in my eyes, the biggest surprise out of these 4 to start the team this season as well as even the Padres, though there was a bunch of off-season kind of turmoil going on within the franchise, they're still a very well-constructed lineup. So they have a lot of very good players. Then it makes sense that they are off to a good start to the season. The Giants, while yes, they did add Willie Adames last year in the offseason, their roster as a whole just still isn't there. Like they're still missing some pieces, and their rotation isn't like just isn't that good. But they're showing up and showing out right now. I mean, they had that great start to the season. It's been a little if wishy-washy, iffy since like I think it was a 7-1 start to the year. But even still, they've been playing really good ball, and it's just been a big shock because I did not see any of that coming out of San Francisco start the year. The other teams, I definitely did expect to be playing good baseball.
Even the Padres?
I figure, I mean, the lineup's so good, and by the time we got there, Dylan Cease hadn't been traded, Michael King hadn't been traded. I'm like, this, as long as they're there, this team's going to be good.
Man, that is for sure. I don't buy the Giants sticking around. Like you said,
They
their
don't have
rotation
pitching,
is complete. Yeah,
and their
they
lineup's not
gotta
that good
put him in
either.
the line. They gotta put him in the rotation. He's so nasty. But the Padres have been a little bit surprising to me. I didn't think they'd be one of the best teams in baseball to start the year. Um, again, it's early, but I mean, Manny Machado, but Tatis is back. He's like MVP Tatis right now. Rotation Machado, and like, how about their bullpen? Robert Suarez has been like the best reliever in baseball. And everybody's like, oh, fade him. And then like I think was it Jason Adams, Josh Adams, or whatever.
Jason Adam.
Jason Adams, another been shoving too. Insane start. Hey, losing a Rosarena though, holy, he KO'd on Sunday night baseball. Um, but outside of that, I like this division a lot.
It's a very good division. Definitely one of the most competitive we will have in baseball this year for sure. Besides the last place, obviously.
You never know, dude. 4-17, they can flip the script. They
Yeah,
never
for
know.
instance, if we go 17-4 in our next 21 games, all of a sudden we're 21-21, and probably still like 7 games back, 8, 12 games back out of first place at that time.
Probably not even, bro. God, yeah, because Arizona's even 13-9. You guys, you're already
Hmm.
11 back. God damn.
Yeah,
Well,
seems awesome.
it's awesome, dude. That's it for me. I don't got anything else to say. Anything
Yeah.
to add.
So yeah, thank you guys all for listening to today's episode of the Untouchaballs podcast. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like on this video. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about the things we said? Do you agree or disagree? Are there any other prospects that you think could come up this season and really show up for their team? How do you think some of those other prospects we talked about are going to do? Do you think Marcus Semien is going to remember who he is, or is he going to fall off a cliff like Dwyer was saying and be a straight bum the rest of his career? Make sure you guys turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload of the Untouchables podcast and share this with your friends, family, strangers, neighbors, anything like that. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you all next time.